How's it going, guys? Duck here. Today I got a review on the highly requested Triton clone from AliExpress, or rather the one. That's who makes this one, at least. And the one's put out some really good stuff. The Kraken clone was made by the one. A couple other knives that I have are made by the one, but yeah, so this is the Triton clone, so let's get into it. So it comes with your standard AliExpress pouch, it comes with your extra hardware, it comes with your standard AliExpress Torx driver, and then yeah, so here's the knife, or rather the Balisong trainer. Really nice for what it is. So let's just get the price out of the way real quick. This guy is 36 bucks about before shipping. Depends on the vendor that you get. Sometimes it's free shipping, sometimes it's not, just depends. Yeah, so I chose the purple or pink anodizing on this, and the anodizing is really nice. But yeah, let's get into the specs about this guy. So this is aluminum channel. Has pretty much everything that's supposed to be there for a Triton. This blade is 440C stainless, or at least A440. Runs on bushings and washers and has Zim pins. So for 36 bucks, you're getting a lot for your money. The spine on this is completely rounded, same with the points. Really nice for that, so you're not getting caught on the couple things that I'll go over later is the actual cutting of the blade, but that's completely fine. It's such a minor nitpick in my opinion for what you're getting for the price. Let's see here. So the weight on this guy is 4.78, so not too heavy, not too light, kind of right in the middle of the sweet spot. Yeah, let's see what else. The overall length on this guy, I believe, is 9 3/4. Yep, about 9 3/4. So not too big, not too small, right in the sweet spot again. Yeah. Handles, really just kind of there. They do their job. We'll get into that a little bit later. So here's the play on the handles. Not much at all. You have some tap. Honestly, I'm not upset about the tap. These things are, like, the washers aren't the greatest in the world, and that's mainly what's causing the tap. But tap doesn't really bother me. I like the clicking. But the play, if it's insane play, then I get really bothered. So it does pretty good. For 36 bucks, I'm not upset at all. The sound on this guy, I don't know if you can hear it. It's got a nice ring to it. This one I've beat pretty bad, so it's not as noticeable as when I first got it. But when I first got it, it was like hitting a tuner fork pretty much for a guitar or something. Like, it's really nice sounding. The swing on this guy is also pretty good. As long as you keep it clean, it does its job. So really nice for that. Let's see here. Oh, one thing I forgot to go over is the handles are 1/2 inch squared, pretty much. So 1/2 inch this way, 1/2 inch that way. So it does its job. The aluminum, I forgot to mention this because we're talking about the aluminum. People have asked me what type of aluminum they've used with this, and it's just pretty much the cheapest stuff that they can get so they can keep their costs down. It's nothing high end. It's not going to be Squid Industries quality or anything like that, because it's a clone. It's not going to be high end or anything like that. It's just going to be the bare minimum pretty much. So yeah, let's see, you have to before I start talking about the flipping, before anything, you have to Loctite the pivots just like any clone. Same with the Zen pins. You have to Loctite them as soon as you get them, because if you don't do that, they'll just back out immediately. That's pretty much every clone that I've ever had. That's exactly what happens. And so just wanted to remind you guys that if you do decide to get this, or any clone, you got to Loctite it immediately. So not a big deal there. But yeah, so let's talk about how it flips. So it's good on rollovers. Chaplains, fanning is good too. Aerials are fun as well. Everything besides ladders is good. Ladders absolutely suck. The handles on this guy are so uncomfortable. They are such a square. Like, this is really all the negatives for this guy, but the handles are so square and they just like go right into your hand. Like, this is more sharp than the actual blade is, which doesn't make any sense. Like, this should be less sharp than this. Like, I don't understand. So I mean, you could like get a file and file it down if you wanted to, but then that destroys the anode, so it's like kind of pointless. And when you drop this guy on concrete too, the ends just turn into literally the point of a knife. Like, I've stabbed myself and made myself bleed with the end of this. So if you're planning on flipping it over concrete, I suggest filing this down to get rid of the point. Just recommendation, because it's like that actually hurts, and I'm not trying to be like a baby or anything, because like I rather get cut by a sharp blade than a scratched up corner. Like, I rather get cut by a sharp blade, so that's really annoying to me. Let's see here. So the handles are just the biggest problem for me. Everything else about this trainer is absolutely great. Oh, actually, one more thing. The inside of the blade is not polished at all, and so this can actually grab you if you're doing a trick. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of something to keep in mind. So, like, it's there, but there's not that many negatives on this guy. So if you're looking for a decent trainer, like, we'll do some size comparisons real quick. But if you're looking for a decent trainer, it is a good option, especially for 36 bucks. For the quality that it is, it's a really good deal. But when we go into size comparisons, which we'll do right now, there's just a little bit better options out there for either a little bit more money or even less to a degree. So here's your Kraken clone, which back to the handles. This guy is just a straight brick of aluminum, where these ones are actually narrowed down by the pivots, so you have less aluminum here. And then also the ends are rounded, unlike these, which are just a straight square. So these just, like I said, they just completely get destroyed after dropping them on concrete. So a big annoyance with that, but everything else on it is pretty much fine. Like, the way they could have completely fixed that is just rounded it like this, and then it would have been perfect. So that's all they had to do to fix it, but it is what it is. It's pretty much just a decent trainer. There's like, it's better than the Amazon trainer, but you can get this guy immediately. This one you have to wait. It just depends on what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to have a cheap clone or cheap trainer that you can just beat and not wait and not cut yourself on or like hurt, like, this thing's really good for building finger dexterity, because it's such a big channel like handle, and there's no grip on it whatsoever. So in that way, it's really good for building finger dexterity. but it's not in the same way. So like, for example, if they just made it like more rounded like a squiddy, but obviously like it's a knockoff in the first place, which I'm not gonna pretend like it's not. It would be a lot better. And so obviously the real Squid Industries Triton does have all these features because Squiddy is pretty much the same thing as the Triton, just a metal one with aluminum. So yeah, but not bad at all for 36 bucks. I have had a lot of fun with it. It does get my hands tired out though, just because it's pretty corner based. Like the thing is just a square. So other than that, I don't really have any complaints about it. We'll throw in the Lucha just for reference. So yeah, but I'd give this guy about a silver tier. Like it's good, but it's nothing unreal for the price. Like I would prefer getting the Kraken clone with the trainer blade. Like they're almost identical, and this is just going to be more comfortable. One more thing, the tap on this guy, you can get rid of it. Like when it first came to me, it didn't have it, and generally that's how they most are. But just over time, it gets broken down, and then you have to deal with the tap. I personally don't mind the tap. If there's excessive play, then I have an issue. I believe I said that. But other than that, I give it about a silver tier. So it's good for what it is. I enjoyed flipping it. I can kind of beat on it and not worry about it because it's 36 bucks. If you're worried about doing that to your Squiddy, or excuse me, Triton, then yeah, pick this guy up. Also, if you want to compare them when you have both, that's also great. Got a couple more reviews coming. Been really busy. I actually did this review and I forgot a bunch of stuff I meant to mention in it. So that's why I haven't been active on YouTube. This is the third time I think I've shot this one. But yeah, so really good. There's one more thing that I want to go over really quickly. And that's, if you guys have any like suggestions for knives or any reviews, just leave them in the comments. I try to get to everything. There is stuff that I don't see. I don't know why. There's issues with the YouTube comment section. It shows I get a comment, but I click on it and I can't see the comment. So I just wanted to bring that up. Also, I'm going to link my Instagram down in the bio or the description. So if you guys want to follow me there, I post updates on knives that I'm getting and other things like that. So check it out. Thanks for stopping by to watch my review. Like I said, any questions, put them down in the comment section. I try to answer them all. Thanks. Have a good one.